welcome back to CityLine. Good morning. I am so flustered because I'm next to Anna from Markee Gardens, and Anna is going to continue our conversation about rain gardens. So hi you and welcome back.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
Yes, I see that we have matching haircuts. This is very, very good. If we're going to garden
Perfect.
together, we have to match together. Anna, let's just get with it. Okay,
Okay.
so I asked you what these were earlier on the show, and I love echinacea because of all the great benefits to it. Tell us again what this was called.
Yarrow.
Yarrow. And why is it your favorite, besides the fact that it has orange, your favorite color in it?
Well, yarrow, I think I had this on another time I was here too. It is a native plant. It helps build soil and it can be used medicinally.
It's beautiful. And look at these leaves. It almost looks, these leaves almost look like fennel.
Yeah.
Because you know I cook, I always think about
Oh,
food.
there you go.
So how do we start a rain garden? Because we heard about soil over here on the couch. We heard about storm water. How do we create a world where we have a rain garden?
Right. So we're going to make basically the world's smallest rain garden
Okay,
here.
all right, okay.
We
I'm there.
couldn't exactly.
I got my gloves
make
on.
it. So we've got our giant bowl here, thanks to a client for loaning me this beautiful bowl.
Yeah.
So if we were doing this, let's say in a residential home.
Okay, my house, yes.
Great. So the first thing we would do is figure out how big it needs to be. So
Okay.
like Sarah was saying, it's bowl shaped.
Right,
And it's basically a % of the amount of roof runoff.
okay,
So let's say it's just one downspout. You know,
Okay.
that might just be a quarter of your roof area.
right.
And there's just a calculation. So let's say that tells us it's got to be about, maybe 10 by 10 or 100 square feet. They can be shaped any way.
Okay.
Often they're kind of round, but it doesn't have to
We've
be.
got some shots here of.
Yeah, these are some we've done. So it can be integrated into the landscape.
Okay,
So the hardest part is the digging.
I bet.
So
Are we gonna
that's why.
dig?
Well, we don't
Okay.
really need too much here, but that's like for a DIYer, that's the hardest thing.
digging.
So you can, hire a contractor to do this, like my company, or if funds are a challenge, we have the grant available, as Sarah
Right.
was talking about. But basically, you're digging a big bowl.
Okay, into the soil.
Correct. So then everything you dug out is going to go around the outside.
Okay,
So the keywords there are berm and basin.
Ooh.
So basin is basically the bowl shaped, and berm is this outside part. And that also you want to compact. That's going to hold the water in.
ooh, can we turn this around so
Oh.
you can, we can see where we're going to start to plant? Can you,
Sure.
and we can still see us here. Okay, oh,
Oh,
there we
that's
go.
perfect.
Perfect, okay, so this is what we're going to start planting.
Sure. And then what you would do, and this would be the other hard part, is you've got to get the water there. So, in real life when you're doing this, you're going to want to connect the water coming out of the downspout
Right.
and pipe it. So this is just a little scrap.
Okay, so downspout goes.
Generally, yep, PVC
Okay.
pipe, you're going to run it underground so that it's
But
dumping
for these
out here.
purposes, we have water here.
Exactly.
Okay.
So do you want to get a
Yeah, I
planting?
do.
Do you want to pick the sage?
I'll
or
do the sage.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so just talk me through it, because you know
Okay.
I love doing this.
So one key thing with a rain garden is there's sort of 3 areas to
Okay.
think about. The bottom part is where water is going to collect in our wet season.
Okay.
So that has to be plants that really can thrive in a lot of water in the winter,
Okay.
as well as tolerate our dry summers.
I'm going to work while you're talking, and you can
Perfect.
just tell me to
So
stop
this
if I make a mistake.
fun little thing here is a
I love
cultivar
that.
of juncus, also known as rush.
Juncus, what a
yeah.
great name,
Juncus effusus. So like if you go on a hike near a wetland,
Okay,
you're going to see plants like that.
you're right, I have. I've been Snake Lake.
Yeah,
When I go around
probably-
Snake
right,
Lake and walk,
right.
I see it. Okay,
Anything like that that loves water. And again, if this is big, I like to put in a really nice shrub to fill in. So things like willow, dogwood, anything that's going to be happy with all that water in the winter. Mm-hmm. Then the top, that berm we talked about, is mostly going to stay dry. So you can have almost anything there.
Oh, I'm
It's-
beginning to see. I'm
yeah,
making a
because
mess,
it's not going to
Anna,
be
but it's okay.
saturated.
Okay, so this,
There you go.
and then
So if you were doing edible plants like herbs or something, that
Which
would be a good spot.
sages, yeah.
Right. And again, those that are drought tolerant, because we want to be conserving water.
and okay, so once it's in, then when does the water come in, like at some point?
Well,
or
if
should
you're-
we put another one? What's this? Oh, that's
This
your
is our
mojito.
drinks.
let's not bury the mojito from the Caribbean queens. That's not what they made it for. That's my mojito, non-alcoholic, of course. All right, so what else can I plant here?
Okay, so this is one, this is a cultivar of Ceanothus, also known as California lilac, that will spread on the ground.
Okay.
And it is native to California, which with climate change, we're getting closer and closer to basically being, you know, Southern Oregon, Northern California. So I'm actually using
making a good mess.
Nice.
Gosh.
More and more California native plants.
Okay.
You know, that are tough, don't need to be watered. And the benefit of a ground cover like that, that's going to creep along, it'll, similar with this sedum, they'll fill in all this space.
But they won't choke it out.
Correct. They will shade the soil, which retains moisture.
Okay. I'm tearing up the roots.
Nice.
To get most of the dirt loose. I think we're going to move it.
There you go.
Let me get a little
It's
bit.
also cute. I like to have things like that next to the rocks.
Why?
Isn't that cute?
Why? Just for visual?
Things that like, yeah, and these like this one too, that love, you know, to be dry.
As I am.
They're happy in rocks. They don't need a lot of soil.
Okay, and then I've buried all this beautiful over there. So let's pat this down. Okay, this container would fit in my purse, and you wouldn't notice it. All right, so you've got, and then you've got this decorative rocks over here too.
And these have a function. So again, let's just, you know, in real life, we'd have this pipe coming in. You don't want all that water because, okay, guess how much a typical home, let's say your house is 1,500, 2,000 square feet. How many gallons of rainwater do you think that generates a year?
300.
40,000.
Oh, not even close.
Because instead of going into the ground, it's just hitting your roof. It's a ton of water.
40,000. Oh my God!
Yeah.
So it could just blow all of our work out of the water.
Again, that's over the course of a year. But even we're getting bigger rain events in the winter, so you don't want it just like you said, blasting right out of there. So the rock comes in at the inflow.
Ready?
It just
ready? Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do a little rainwater experiment here.
So the rocks will just slow it down.
Is it coming out?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay. So we have now shown how the rainwater would work.
Exactly.
Anna, could I love you more? I'm not just quite sure. So Anna, we have been showing the website, your website, Below the Face, your gorgeous face. And you can come to people's houses and you can talk with them about their space. You can advise them on rain gardens. You can see what they currently have. So maybe all of that basil and sage that they have can be planted someplace else in this rain garden. This is so incredible. Anna, I don't know how to say thank you to you except, Anna, I'd like you to have this watering can.
Oh, thank you
very much.
My kids will
All right, your kids will love it. That wraps up another great segment of CityLine. It is always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We've given you some great ideas to think about. So go out there, be a part of the tapestry and pay it forward, just like Anna does. And when you come back, as always, we'll be waiting for you right here at CityLine. Anna, take your glass and let's do a little cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers!